What does a single military charge have in common with a multi-billion-dollar missile defense system? They both represent moments where American ambition, technology, and strategy catastrophically failed, with consequences that echo for decades. Welcome back. Today is October 21st, a date that marks two of the most expensive lessons in American military history. This is Today in America's Greatest History Mistakes. Segment 1. The Charge into Oblivion, the Battle of Bluff, 1861, ***. Our first story takes us to the early days of the Civil War. On October 21st, 1861, a small, confused skirmish escalates into one of the war's most lopsided and politically charged Union defeats, the Battle of Bluff. The mistake began with a comedy of errors. A Union patrol mistakenly identifies a row of trees as an unguarded Confederate camp. Acting on this faulty intelligence, Brigadier General Charles Stone orders a reconnaissance in force, led by his close friend, Colonel, and sitting U.S. Senator Edward Dickinson Baker. Baker, a political general with no military experience, compounds the error. He lands his forces on a steep, wooded bluff with their backs to the Potomac River. It's a tactical death trap. When Confederate forces counterattack, the Union troops are driven back over the cliffs and into the river. Colonel Baker is killed, becoming the only sitting senator ever killed in battle. The mistake was a cascade of failure: flawed intelligence, reckless leadership, and a disastrously chosen battlefield. The political fallout was immense, leading to the creation of the Congressional Joint Committee on the Conduct of the War, which would harass Union generals for the rest of the conflict. A small battle on October 21st created a massive political problem, a 19th century mistake of military incompetence. But our next October 21st mistake is a 21st century failure of technological hubris, where a sure-thing weapon system turned out to be a spectacular dud. Segment 2. The Missile That Couldn't, the Zumwalt Destroyer's AGS, 2016. October 21st, 2016, marks a low point in a $22 billion experiment. On this day, the most technologically advanced destroyer ever built, the USS Zumwalt, is commissioned into the U.S. Navy. But its crown jewel was already a catastrophic failure. The ship was designed around two massive guns called the Advanced Gun System, AGS, intended to fire specialized shells over 70 miles to support troops ashore. The critical mistake was a fatal miscalculation in economies of scale. As the Zumwalt program was cut from 32 ships to just 3, the cost of its unique, custom-made ammunition skyrocketed. Each specialized shell ended up costing over $800,000, as much as a cruise missile, but with less range and versatility. It was literally too expensive to shoot. The mistake, fully realized by the ship's commissioning on October 21st, 2016, was building a $4 billion warship around a gun system that was rendered useless by its own exorbitant operating costs. The Navy has since officially canceled the ammunition and is now looking to rip the billion-dollar guns out entirely. It stands as a monumental lesson in putting technological ambition ahead of practical logistics and cost. Conclusion: the pattern of misplaced faith. So what connects a Civil War bluff and a high-tech warship? The common thread is a catastrophic misplacement of faith. At Bluff, the Union command had faith in bad intelligence and the leadership of a popular but unqualified politician. With the Zumwalt, the Navy had faith in an untested and ultimately unsustainable technology, betting billions on a system that collapsed under its own financial weight. In both cases, the failure on October 21st was a failure of foresight, an inability to see the fatal flaw in a plan until it was too late, costing lives, treasure, and national prestige. Where else in history have you seen a great idea ruined by one fatal flaw? Let us know in the comments. If you want to uncover more expensive and tragic failures, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Thanks for watching.